In recent years, the increased demand for agricultural products, especially products that look nice and clean, has led to the widespread use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. This has had an obvious impact on the safety of our food, which is now often found to be contaminated with these pesticides. Chemical residue can now be found in vegetables, fruits, meat, and milk products, and also detected in soil, water, animals, and even humans. What's more, residue can often be found in foods in the environment for a very long period of time after their initial application. For these reasons, we should try to learn about these chemicals and the impacts to our health and the environment. There are thousands of agrochemicals currently being used. These chemicals are grouped into three major categories: insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides. Insecticides are the most commonly used chemicals. According to results of recent studies carried out by the Thai Education Foundation, residues of organophosphate and pyritoid, which are common insecticides, were detected in 5 of the most frequently used vegetables for school lunches in nearly 100% of samples across 4 regions of Thailand. Chlorpyrifos of the organophosphate family was the most frequently detected chemical in vegetables and fruits. Many countries, including the United States of America and China, have banned the use of chlorpyrifos on vegetables and fruits, but chlorpyrifos remains the highest imported insecticide in Thailand. Chlorpyrifos affects the human neurological system, which can lead to learning disabilities, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, Autism Spectrum Disorders, developmental delays, and other emotional and behavioral problems. Herbicides are chemicals that are used to control unwanted weeds. In Thailand, herbicides are the most highly imported type of chemicals, and the most common are glyphosate and paraquat. Exposure to herbicides can lead to nausea, vomiting, chest pain, kidney disorders, and digestive issues. The World Health Organization has confirmed that glyphosate may even cause cancer in humans, specifically breast cancer. Paraquat is another herbicide that is either banned or allowed only in very limited use in over 40 countries, but it is still commonly used in Thailand. Paraquat can cause seizures, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and low blood pressure. Paraquat may lead to other adverse health effects, including heart, kidney, or liver failure, confusion, coma, muscle weakness, respiratory failure, or death. Furthermore, paraquat does not vaporize, and thus will remain in the air long after application. If sprayed near communities, it will drift through the air and infect communities and schools. Fungicides are mostly used to control fungus, which is a major cause of plant disease. Most fungicides cause skin irritation, and if ingested, will cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and weakness. Thailand has over 70,000 deaths each year, an average of 8 deaths per hour, and it has been suspected that this could be related to chemical exposure throughout the lifespan. So how do we protect our children from these harmful pesticides? 1. By limiting exposure as much as possible. Children should not go near or play in areas that were sprayed or touched by these deadly chemicals. 2. They should also stop eating contaminated foods. And 3. Start learning to grow and eat pesticide-free foods. One way of ensuring that children remain safe from pesticides is to launch more school programs where students can learn to grow vegetables and raise animals on site for use in school lunches. We can also support parents and students in growing vegetables at home, using safe and organic methods to sell back to schools for school lunch programs. Schools can also connect with farmers to produce and supply organic or pesticide-free foods for schools. Schools should also meet with local authorities and nearby farmers to discuss alternative ways to stop spraying during school days. Additionally, local administration can set up green markets in communities so that people have the option of buying pesticide-free foods. Consumers should be careful about the foods they buy and always ask for pesticide-free vegetables and fruits so that sellers will seek safe products to supply the demand. We can also support farmers to grow greater varieties of crops to create biodiversity on farms and nurture ecosystems in order to control pests and improve soil nutrients naturally without using chemical aids. We can promote integrated pest management practices and the use of biological control methods in order to control pests. All these strategies will eliminate the need to use highly hazardous chemicals that affect health and the environment. Stop allowing these chemicals to harm our children, ourselves, our schools, and our communities. Try to learn and understand how dangerous these chemicals are to our health, and remember ways to avoid them. Do it for yourselves first, and then you can show your families and communities so that we can work together to make Thailand a safe place for our children.